Welcome, guys. Wednesday, freaking lovely Wednesday. It's gonna be volatile as heck. Why? Because we have the lovely FMC meet. Oh, we all love that, right? It is Tuesday. Fuck off. It's Wednesday. Don't bring me out of it. Anyhow, Smurn. Anyhow, volatile is gonna be, and I freaking love it. I do not care about the whole freaking meeting. That's for sure. I love the volatility of it, and I'm playing it like it is. So, by all means, I'm gonna go through things that I'm watching and watch out for it. So far, we have really nice push off from the highs, from the freaking daily resistance. Well, I've been talking about that for like ages, and no one believed in me that we're not gonna reach higher than that. But hey, it is what it is, and we have a quite significant break of structure twice already. So by all means, we will go lower if we start to stack all those bits below. There was like 2K even bit that's been switching on and off constantly over here, but they've been placed quite often as well. So they start to get heavier. And that's quite serious as well because it's been really rare that we saw 2K of bits. That's significant and that's consistent as well on the whole Bitcoin move. So let's see how we're gonna play out of that. I'm still aiming to go a little bit lower into the back into the 107, or even maybe a bit lower than that. But it all depends how the volatility is gonna play out. Just because the market's gonna react on the freaking meeting that we're gonna have like in, I don't know, what is it, 1.5 hour or something like that. Like, anyhow, moving on. That's not gonna be the most important thing. The thing is that I've been looking out as well on the charts lately from the last stream, and I've been mentioning as well that yes, we had that big ass move on the VIX. We reached out to 28 points, and we came back quite significant into the structure that we've been holding. We need to break that structure first thing first to go even to think about anything bigger moves than all season. So far, we're starting to crawling to the upside. That said as well on the oscillator, I know I don't look at the oscillator on the VIX that often because I don't know if this quite accurate on it, yes or no. But still, if I see this kind of movement and already significant turnaround, then we might see some volatility coming in. And of course, it will happen just because we have that fucking BMC meeting. So by all means, it's going to be volatile. So if you're not in the trade right now and you want to be in the trade, stay away. If you are not like even a bit of expert of trading right now, I will not even bother right now to trade. Stay out, let it settle down, let the dust settle, and then pull the trade if you're gonna be lower or higher. Because right now there's no point to do that, catching the knife or whatever. Moving on, I've been mentioning this pocket below us last week as well, and it's quite nice and juicy to take. In my opinion, it's even better than the top side because people are still mentioning the top side is quite heavily. Yes, it is, but it's only on two significant levels, and that's somewhere around here and here. Everything in between is a bit less than the rest of it, and over here we have nice and thick stack of everything of the high leverage. So this is quite more appealing, and by the look of it, we are kind of is reaching for it. Yes, we still could bounce from the point of control right now for our level that we've been quite flipping right now, and if we lose that, we might come back into the low and hold that. Right? I'm not really saying we're gonna go for the 100K. Who knows? It's all depending what they're gonna be said today, but hey, it's gonna be nice. If not, we might take chunk of this liquidity and then try to go higher up. So, and as well as I've been mentioning capital flow index, if you look at the large caps, we've been quite high on 88%, and look at that, we came all the way down to minus 52. It says, or it means as well, we could have a continuation to go lower, or we could turn around. It all depends how the market's gonna react. Right, the alts had some sideways moves for a while, and now they start to pick up on it. So good stuff. That's fine. Shitcoins are going down. They are always going together with the large cap somehow, weirdly. And stable coins are a little bit more to the upside. So that's still signified that people are going a little bit more sideways with the money, pulling out the money from the market. So that said, oscillator-wise, the crypto on-chain and Harmony are still facing to go lower. There is still room to go. even to grab most of this. So that's all Gucci, right? Perspective. Capital flow index, really nice push to the upside. Hype had really nice, good moves, quite sideways for a couple days. Right now, let's see if we're gonna keep up doing that, or we're gonna break out and go a little bit higher up on that one. The rest of the market is bit retracing, especially Bitcoin and the kitties and the small or alts, whatever. They are a little bit more behind on everything yet. So there is not really a pressure from them to move higher. I'm gonna look on the side, use how the bits are behaving. Yeah, they're still there. So yeah, I've been mentioning VIX. It has some run already movements to the upside, and same thing on the chart and on the oscillator. So comparing that with the capital flow index, we might see some bigger volatility coming into the market. Let's see if we're gonna go above the neutral line. Overall, the whole market is down. So who's gonna move first? Let's see. Right, so that's gonna be a bit all, and then let's go into the juicy stuff. As I've been mentioning, this whole freaking resistance daily wise, we still didn't close anything above. Yes, we went on the wick higher, that's fine, but I don't care about the wicks, I care about the structure. That said, I need to have any body close above the 115 first to even think about to go over here, this area. So as I've been mentioning as well, from that whole biggest move to the downside that liquidate most of the market, we're gonna go for a bit sideways. I mean, we still need to settle down for from it, and to get any kind of good price action with structure on it, we still have some time to go for that to even think about to go higher up, or even do some bigger explosive move to the fucking old season or whatever people are talking about. Anyhow, from this structure over here, I didn't think we're gonna hold it that heavily, but it is what it is. We had a really nice failure of the swing. People don't believe in it, be my guess, but they playing quite really nice, and my shorts are playing as well, really juicy from it. So far, we've been failing the structure on the 4-hour. Significant right now. If you start to close anything below 111.2, I'm gonna find ourselves, I think, around 110-ish area, if not gonna be get lower into this structure over here. So this block over here, we might see some bounce from it. I don't think we're gonna get into the 106 area, just because that whole area been tested quite significant, and sliding into that area, we might find ourselves a little bit lower than that. So that said, we could go even to 100k again. But so far, this is the block that might hold us, just because there is quite significant as well order book on it, and liquidity levels or leverage liquidity are stuck significant about that kind of level over here. Sorry, I'm looking at my phone, fucking distracting it. Come on, load. So taking all of this stuff over here, we might see some significant bounce, because there is quite a significant small gaps in between, and I'm not sure we're gonna reach that area over here. So far, this is what I'm aiming for, to have a bounce, get into and back into the resistance, see if you can regain that. Right. So I think that's quite clear. Especially this failure over here was quite nice, and yeah, it was really juicy. Take a swing on it. So yeah, and so sad. Looking at daily, that's what I've been aiming as well constantly, because as I said, like 4-hour didn't have that much of structure on it, so I would rather go to on a higher time frame to see how that behaves. And look at that, we didn't even regain anything on this structure over here. We still in the resistance, we push lower, we are getting back into the mid range, 110. Let's see how we're gonna hold on, and that's as well the area that I want to hold, that is 108. See if we're gonna have a potential bounce from it. That's gonna be nice long, definitely, or even ladder into that one somewhere over here. Let's see if you're gonna get and do another upside, especially because I was thinking we're gonna do something like this. That's, I'm not really like pattern fucking place trade or whatever, but it looks like we might squeeze out and then do the pop, right? And how high we're gonna get about that. So I think that's gonna be a little bit more on the move on Bitcoin. So far, we still have some potential support below us quite heavily as well, but that's going to be below 104. Still, first I want to see how we're going to manage 108 before we're going to go even lower or higher. That said, we still have some room to the downside. The bots are switching on. Cash flow is getting a bit to the downside, bit curly to the neutral line. So let's see how we're going to react on that one. The reaction of the oscillator been quite nice, and to the T as well with the reversal and the trend change. So like I always said, this this combo which you're seeing on the oscillator is always perfect short or long, whatever in which way you're gonna aim for. So yeah, still potential to go lower. This is the area that I want to see us to form any kind of structure or support. If that's gonna be happening, then eventually you're gonna have high, technically higher high on the wick, not on the close. So yeah, and then another higher low. So continuation to go, try to go higher up. It is. But first thing first, we met the resistance. We react from it, and now we're gonna go lower. So let's see how deep we're gonna go. Looks quite scary. On top of the whole volatility, what's gonna come from the that meeting could be a bit scary, but as well this area, if you see on the what's that Kayotaka, right, the volume based point of control 107. Yeah, I see that as well, like area that we're gonna met or bounce from quite heavily. So that's why I'm aiming for that area as support, because it's quite significant. But there is a lot of volume. So yeah, not saying I'm gonna pull the trigger straight ahead on the long, because I'm already long from a bit lower. I have a short from here and from here. I just want to see how we're gonna react from it. So that said, I think that's gonna be all for Bitcoin, because there is not much to say about it. And oh yeah, weekly. I've been mentioning weekly as well, quite heavily on Sunday, that we didn't close above the 114, 115, whatever. So potentially a first pullback could be happening into the market if we start to open up, coming back, and then start to go higher up, and to have something like this maybe end of the week. Who knows how that's gonna play out? So far, we aim to go lower on it. Monthly, still indecidable, and we still have 2 days for a monthly close. So that's gonna be quite interesting. 2 days and 8 hours. That's already set. If we start to close and the monthly somewhere over here, look at that. We have already printed, not set, but printed cash flow reversal on that one. Last time we had that one, right? So I know it's not much. Hey, this is what it is, right? And the reversal on the buyback was over here. So 2 of them played already out. So let's see how that's gonna be end this month. So that's gonna be in 2 days. I'm not gonna cover it on Friday. Maybe Zoo is gonna cover it on Friday. I'm gonna mention it on Sunday, or we're gonna see it on Sunday how that's gonna play out. But so far, yeah, be aware that the money is going out on the high time frame. So that said, we could go a little bit lower, right? It all depends. So far, there's no need to think about that. That's gonna be in 2 days. We could prepare ourselves to short the high if we're gonna reach that. If not, see for wait for any kind of bounce to the resistance and then short that. Right? That's, I guess, the most common thing. I don't need to remember that everyone to do that. And obviously, I've been saying on the daily, we didn't close anything above it, so that's already a failure for me. Yes, on the wick we could go even higher than that, but I do not care about the wicks. Why? Because if you might break your brain, then this is what you should care about. How does it look like? This is the high, right? This was the higher low, lower high. What do we do right now? This is done lower, right? So high, low, lower. We could do something like this, right? So settle in a new low. Could be. So we're doing this on the high time frame, right? All possible. I'm not saying we're gonna do it, but it's all possible. Why? Just because we didn't regain anything yet. As I've been saying, this is the most important thing. Like people oversee things. Why they oversee things? Because of this wick. They oversee. That's why the wicks are there. Wicks are here to be fucking scammy as fuck and to make you confused. This wick as well. Same thing. So that's the whole idea about the wicks. That's why body matters. Why? Because that's the close that you want to see or regain failure or whatever. That's the key of the structure. Nothing else that gives you the structure on it. So far, structure wise, we're setting it lower. Now, if we, and that all gonna depends if you're gonna close anything right now on a higher time frame above 108, that start to change because then not only you have high and a low, but then you have a low and a high. So you start to squeeze, right? That could be potential for a move higher if that's gonna be the case, right? That's what I said. Will depend how we're gonna start to close anything below 108 or around 108. That's the most important area right now to focus on, right? Like I'm saying, stepwise. We're taking every single thing stepwise. Why? Because people are a little bit thinking and caring too much about this, especially way too much about this area over here or even over here, while we are still fucking around the 100K. Right? Like I don't care about this. I don't care what the market's gonna do in half year or 2 years or 4 years or in 10 years. I don't. Why? Because we are not there yet. Yes, we can prepare ourselves in a bit, but there is no need to constantly talk about that. Like what if? I don't care about that. Why? Because we still are fucking around about the 100K. And that's been already since Jesus, December 2024, right? We've been over this level like quite heavily up and downish. So by all means, for me, if you are in a year trading around this area, right, not doing like something like this, for example, like this, you have the explosive move to the upside for all-time high or whatever, you're just doing a range for like 10K, and suddenly you just do an all-time high by 500 to 1K or maximal 2, 3, 4Ks, whatever, small amounts regarding Bitcoin. For me, that's quite freaking exhausting, right? So I'm not really looking to go even higher up till we're gonna regain structure-wise. What do we need to regain? Especially you need to regain 124, higher time frame. Weekly wise, that's a little bit lower to make people happy. That's 123, right? Or monthly, look at that. Like how does that look? Like if you cannot close monthly above the 116 for already 4 months straight, how does that look like, right? And all those big wicks as well from what's that? That's 10% wick. Okay. So that means sell off, right? That's quite pressure from every single time you will reach the highs. So yeah, like I said, be cautious, take it step by step, take the time frame locally as well. Don't go crazy. Don't think we're gonna reach for the stars because we still need to regain technically 115, right, on the high time on the daily. You need to regain this hip still to go even here. But then when you're gonna be there, what you're gonna have is this on the side readers of 121. It's quite heavily been break to the downside and holding this whole price action. So coming back into that area, still could expect some pullback from that one quite heavily. So you still didn't reach the high, not even talking about the all-time high, right? That's why I say keep it simple and step by step. By that said, my perspective, main points, been quite accurate and quite perfectly for that to keep that for me in line. If people don't believe me that swing point don't work, I can show you pipe chart because that one played quite perfectly for ages already. The swing points. This is the 4-hour swing point. Yes, I know we are on the daily, but it gives you quite a significant point of view how the chart reacts from that. on the midpoint, and you still going around the low, 4-hour low of the swing. And that push, that sell-off is quite heavily. And look how the oscillator looks like already on the daily, right? So right now, if you start to see or coming flashing sign of the reversal sign on the cash flow, guess what's gonna happen? When you're gonna find yourself back maybe in $40. Maybe we're gonna hold on 42. It depends. Right? But that's what I want to mention. Like the swing points, like look at this price action around this resistance area. It's quite heavy. This is same thing what Bitcoin did from the all-time high. Exact the same move, right? Back, right? Similar, perfect sell-off, right? High, failure, midpoint, failure, low, failure, down it is. Easy as that. And look how the price action is reacting to that right now, right? Every single time you get into that mid area of 49, that's quite significant, the resistance area, you get pushed to the downside. So be aware of that. Right? So yeah, that's Bitcoin, bit in the nutshell, I guess. So for now, technically, I mean, if you're gonna hold on this area over here, that's all fine. 111 as well, like right. We could bounce back and see if we gonna retest any resistance above us. That said, the first regain that you need to have on 4-hour is already 113.6. That's the area you need to regain. Then you're gonna get into the resistance of this area, which you build up. This is the resistance, right? And then the next one, technically this has been already tested, so that's not gonna be the issue. But then you need to go above 115.8. Goes anything above that on the daily. So far, this is the play. We're still aiming to go lower. Why? Because we're breaking the structure on the 4-hour. Closing daily somewhere around 110-ish area. Still gonna aim to go a little bit more lower. Why? Because there is quite significant fair value gaps below us. What we did with this whole big ass move that everyone was screaming through the weekend. Yes, we did them. After those kind of moves, what we always have, a pullback. Sorry, but it's 90% of the charts are playing like that, right? So that's why I said this is still the aim, 108-ish area. Let's see how we're gonna behave, how we're gonna hold up on it, and if we start to form any structure. So that I want to have a look on Dixie. That's had as well quite shitty price action on the daily close. You can see as well there's been quite pushing to the downside, and see if we're gonna reach 998-ish area back into those lows, and maybe going for the high again. So there's gonna be some range on that one for sure. And same on the total tree. I'm still aiming that we're gonna go around 986, going back for the lows, and then hopefully you're gonna do a bigger move to the upside, regain that 1 trillion over here. But that's as well the issue. Like over here we've been like in trillion, right now we are like below, so regaining that costs quite a lot of money to regain the whole market, right? You need to guys remember that there's been quite a lot of wipes, and we still didn't recover from that. Money it's not coming like that easily into the market, not now. Maybe last couple bull runs, but not now anymore. For gold, it broke the structure on the daily. We had the lower close on that one. So technically, what I would like to see is something like this: bit upside movement, and then one more wipe candle, whatever, and then keep it in the range. That could be quite perfect. This is quite the area where I'm looking at it. There's a lot of shitty price action in between, so I'm not really care about that. The whole big moves I'm caring about are 4.2 and 3.9 area. That's the whole big range that I want to see gold. If you want to go for the wick and fill that up, then we need to regain 4.35 on the high time frame. So that's quite a big range, right? That's the 10% or 7.2. Depends how high we're gonna go. But yeah, that could be a nice play of it. Let's see. It's gonna be quite good as well for the market if that's gonna happen. Well, gonna be interesting. I still want to mention this a gem I got. Uh, Still, my TP next second TP on that one, it's gonna be around 1K and $70 area. So I'm over here. If you're gonna reach that, if not, I set up as well this around this area, this body over here. If you're gonna go close to that body and regain that, I'm closing the position in 80% and leaving just maybe or 90%, depends how I'm feeling about it, leaving just a small position if you start to run up the highs and see how we're going to react on that one. Then I'm closing it all over here. Then we start to turn around. We might see that on the daily if that's a reversal sign already. We could see that happening every single time we had that one. We had a little bit more sideways and then bit explosive move to the upside. So I'm considering we might see go higher up and fill this gap, reach this bearish area. Still, technically, I could pull another one with this if I might use the stupid fibs, right? So this gonna be the next one that I'm gonna pull off maybe. Let's see how the price gonna react. But so far, this is the area that I'm still in and aiming for this area over here to come close to it. If not, I'm gonna close my position around here. I'm happy with it. Done. This been quite nice. Play out perfectly so far, so I'm happy with it. CME gap. We technically could say we fill for like 90%, 95-ish. So there's a little bit left to it. Let's see if we're gonna reach that. Maybe, but then yeah, we could even continue go lower. That one. And dominance, we start falling as well. That said as well, if dominance start falling and biddy is going a bit lower as well, yeah, alts might get stable, but then yeah, if we are in this, not even thinking about this yet, or even better this. So yeah, there is still things to do, and I bet this gonna take some while for it to recover. Right now, let's see if we're gonna reach the 59 area and 58. Those two are quite key levels for me. But to break together with Bitcoin, then yeah, we might see some downside movements, of course, quite heavily. If not, we might bounce from it and then start to come back for the. Of course, the area that you need first to regain is this. Let's front run it a little bit, and it's 59.9. So we are right now in a bit of a range. Instead of going upside ranging, we are now going sideways right now. So yeah, volatility of a volume. We got a nice spike to the upside, and we came back into this range again. So yeah, hopefully we could stay above it, right? That would be a little bit more better for the market, but so far it's a dead volume since almost like the bear market, getting the bull market. So yeah, so far we are playing it nicely. I love it. And this is what I've been playing. Those are the most perfect and accurate things that you can short, long, whatever. That's going to be here as well. Maybe we're going to wait a bit higher, coming back into the swing, and that's going to be the area. And this is the next what I'm watching as well. So zooming out, this you locally price, right? I think that's quite clear. So yeah, that said, we cover hype as well. What I'm thinking is, let's see if we're going to hold on that one. If not, I want to see the price around the 40. We could technically go a little bit lower as well for the lows, but I'm not sure that hype gonna do that. So as lowest as want to get is 37 for it. And then we're gonna start to build what? Same thing as on the Bitcoin. High, low, low, high, right? I guess this is gonna be on most of the coins on the market. Gonna build it out. This is the pattern as well. Like I guess to build out as much as liquidity and get people into the market quite heavily. So watch out for it. But yeah, this could be nice long for it. I will relong it if we're gonna get back into that. If not, then the rest of my long from it was 25 days, 20 hold it. Still playing it out. Per is doing a per thing with sideways, but eventually, like not on every single coin can say that it regain is freaking daily high. So doing that for me, that's already significant. We're gonna hold on this summer, grind a little bit more, and then we're gonna have that one more explosive move like it always does. So buying every single low. So the thing is I have like the third account on Hyperliquid already, only on per, and don't don't do me, but I just want to let you know on cross with the only amounts I want to trade on it, and I'm buying with the full amount every single low. Every single low what we get into it on 3x, I buy the shit out of it and then see if we're gonna reach the high again. And that's technically my compounding right now, doing this constantly. This moves, right? This moves. So let's see how that's gonna play out. It's fun, something that I like to do on the side, just for fun, nothing serious. But AVAX, that's a bit iffy for me. Still, highest regain keeps it on 23. Mid one, we just regain that one. That's quite nice. We need to hold on the 18. If we start to hold that, that's going to be really perfect. The oscillator is quite dead, you can say. It's one line to the sideways, but I seriously want to hold that. Coming back into that, I might seriously long the shit out of it right now, just to get back into the 20s, and then start to regain that and do something like, oh, something like this kind of price action, right? Go for the highs again, one more wipe, and then try to get into the failure of the biggest throwdown right over here. But yeah, this is gonna take some time as well. As you see, the volume is not there, the strength is not there yet. Till yeah, we gain some things, but it's nothing major yet. So I'm seriously waiting for bigger moves on that one. And how low are we gonna get? Like fine with me, like I'm gonna buy it, but it started to get a little bit more not dangerous, but iffy as well. Same on injective, that plays exact the same. Even the structure wise is freaking accurate. Like both of them are doing exact the same moves. Like this is crazy. So either way, came back into the support. I forget to put my entries over there. Anyhow, I'm just gonna wait it out till this whole freaking move on Bitcoin's gonna be done, and then see if the alt's gonna move on it. So far, locally it looks good, but I want to see coming back to the 22, retest that, have a bigger failure, and then move along. 4 hour, how does that look? Nice one. But yeah, same thing. Like even daily regain that shit. 4 hour didn't at all. Didn't come higher, and that's the whole idea why I'm switching on to the little bit more higher time frame, especially daily or sometimes even 12 hours, right? Because if you look at the 12-hour structure, that's quite better, right? It's still like this whole drawdown is shit, but it's still better on the regains, right? Same thing over here, even better. Because 4 hour not always show you the good and stable structure after a wipe of the market, right? It needs to have some bigger movements and better price action for to do that. So technically, yeah, oh shit, we could do something like this, right? Still, and then move along, and even we can go even lower than that, right? Into this wick, like that's still possible. Settle any structure, but then yeah, if you start to close anything below 19, start to get same thing on injective, same thing. All of this been tested. So coming back into that area, could go a little bit lower. It's been tested as well this week. Not much to do. We need to hold it. Then there is one thing that I'm kind of interested into, and that's shorting this whole freaking move. No, this looks so fucking juicy to me. Oof. I've been talking with Stu about that one lately, and he brought it up to me. Maybe potentially look for the shorts, and I've been saying like, yes, I will look for the shorts only if you're gonna get into. Right now, I'm not even bothered with these moves because that's already on 1 hour, right? You regain your previous high, so technically you're aiming still to go higher up. Even the oscillator is way too overheated. That's fine. You still can grind it out and to go higher. You broke quite significant the structure on 4 hour, and daily wise, there is still way too much to go. For it, there's a fair value gap below and even lower than that. So quite aggressive moves. So that's why I'm kind of want to be like into the resistance and then see any bigger failure on that one. Right, we still in the range. We didn't lose the uh, this high, as been mentioned last bounce. That means this is the last area that you want to hold before even going lower. So technically, right now, I would like to see this doing something like this. The best pattern ever. That's this, grinding it freaking upside, and then nuke the shit out of it. That would be, but yeah, I'm gonna keep an eye on it. I have some alerts set on it, and yeah, definitely I'm gonna talk with Stu as well about it. He's aiming for that as well, and I think he mentioned that to me as well. That there is Stu pocket. Yeah, see, there's as well a Stu pocket into it. So let's see. So yeah, I'm gonna fucking short the shit out of it. Moving on. Oh, look at that. Astra came nice into the Stu pocket. Really nice. Cool stuff on that one. Let me have a look on Eve. Because that one had as well perfect swing failure. Exact, almost exact the same as Bitcoin. A bit more heavier. So we didn't even reach the high of the wick. We got into the high of the swing, into the resistance, and then we start to break quite nicely. So for now, 4 hour as well. That's been broken multiple times. If you start to get close or close anything below 392, you're gonna get below this area over here. This is what I'm aiming for it to get into it, and maybe it's gonna do the same wick positioning like we used to do twice already on it. Do something like this, and then hopefully you're gonna have that bounce. Why? Technically, yes, you broke your freaking daily structure, but you regain this area, so already you start to form some respective move and to go higher, right? Or something like that. All possible, right? If you start to close anything below 3.7, that's change, because that's gonna be the break of the whole freaking high structure. So hope that's clear. Nice into the resistance, nice failure. Definitely on the swing points of the daily. 4 hour, I didn't bother with it just because there is quite big area to go by. I didn't bother about that. So if there is not really significant swing points from the 4 hour, just because the candles are way too wide, I always go to the daily, and then yeah, perfect, perfect failure. Those technically it was actually was the failure already. So yeah, that's quite Solana. Look at that. As been mentioning on the side retest. Where did you get into it? Into the resistance. You came back close and below. Bang on. It says itself. Perfect. That. Look at that failure of the regain. Oh, why didn't I see it? Fuck. Missed out. Anyhow, perfect. Even a retest of that one was nice. Amazing. But still, overall, Solana looks quite more healthier than 90% of the market, even with this whole freaking wipe. Whatever it was, just technically for Solana, it was just normal pullback, nothing special. And overall, even if you fail on that one, you still holding on the whole freaking lows, right? New low, high, higher, and even higher. Still could go a little bit lower into that one, for holding on the area of 187 and bounce from that. Because for Solana, there is not really an issue to regain all of the structure and coming back into the resistance, this area, and then aiming for go higher up, right? So because there is much more support below Solana than overall in the freaking whole market on any kind of coins. So yeah, that's why everyone was joking about Solana so far. Jokes on them. It holds much better than the 90% of the coins. Yeah, overall, that's I guess everything I'll mention. Just try to, like, if you are scared to trade right now just because of the meeting, stay away. That's the best way I can tell you. Like, if you're not sure about it, stay away. Let it settle down. Leave it for 24 hours. See what tomorrow's gonna bring, and then take that. Right? Don't jump on the volatility if there is no need for it. There's gonna be another trade always. Another day, another trade. Let me go and see what you all talking about. How did you like my short, by the way? That's nice one. I'm to be honest with you, I don't like to show this off, but there are some people who got a little bit on my nerves lately, but it played quite nice. What you are talking about? Sounds hectic. What? Oh yeah, yeah. Fucking Smurn, you throw me off. It's hello S and how S. It's low of the swing and high of the swing. It's a it's a level that you settle on the swing points. That means the highest close, right, that you need to fail from, and that's the high of the swing, and you the low of the swing. Right, this is the highest close, and the lowest close on the 4 hour. So go to the 4 hour, then and see that's the candle that's holds you support. That's the whole swing point. That means the reversal of the whole area that you dump from. So that swing point brought you where? This point of swing brought you all the way here. That's the swing. And to get into that swing, this is the swing that brought you, right? This is a swing. Overall, if you change the chart into like a graph of like a line graph, right? This kind of thing. This is how it looks like. So where are the points? The top, the low, the next stop. Those are the swing points. In those swing points, you have the areas that you regain or fail from. That means you body close, not the wicks. Do not care about the wicks. Body close, reacting as support or resistance. That means you're failing from that or you're regaining that. That said, this was quite good example by body close, regaining above, holding this whole freaking structure. You didn't come close into it. And that brought you where? Twice already over here. And then the third time brought you here with swing. Technically, this is as well swing, right? Already. But that's the old school way of trading. Because I'm old, it is. And that's how the market is built on, right? Swing point structure, resistance supports. What time frame do I enter in it? What time do I enter? That depends, right? I like right now I'm quite lazy of a trader. I ladder in. So if I have this as a swing point, right, this is my area to ladder in, and I have even lower positions, right? So I ladder in. It doesn't matter which time frame. It matters when do you look for them. 4 hour are the key levels. Higher time frame, it's the daily that matters, and of course the weekly and monthly, but that plays for fucking ages. So, and if there is nothing on the 4 hour, you always go back into the 1 hour swing points. Those are then important till the 4 hour change that. So regain or failure of the 4 hour will change that point of view. But yeah, technically I'm just laddering into that. And it all depends, but it's not only because I'm entering of the swing points. It's always the entry that I do on the failure. How can I show you this? So if you look at the picture, green line, that's my entry, right? So already I've been not only as well like from some of the trade laddering into that one, but I was quite busy with it. I saw on the lower time frame on this candle that we start to pulling back and we start to overheat it. I pull the trigger with a stop loss above this wick. As tight as it gets, I think those are the one of the best trades that you ever can take. 0.3, right? And I mean, I'm sorry, but I think that says as well enough. So that kind of structure, because right now I see that not only we've been failing on all the way this structure, we've been closing below, we're struggling over here. We had a quick, technically sell-off on the small time frame, and look at that failure, regain, failure, going lower. The swing points are just there for signify the highs and the lows and whatever. Structure-wise, resistance, support, and all that stuff. And yes, you can play them out. I play most of the times as well as laddering into that area. And sometimes, if I'm busy, then I'm just looking at the lower time frame and seeing any failure, and I'm pulling the trigger as tight as possible. Is it the highest of the next candle and above? It's not about that candle. It's above when it failed from. So gonna be quite. So this was the highest close, right? High of the swing is the highest close that matters for you. That's technically your swing point. That's what you fail from. That's you reverse from. And when did you start to break stuff? It's this, right? Already. This candle was bullish, and the next candle broke all of that structure. So this block over here matters for you as resistance. Why? Because you didn't regain that. That's why it matters. Sometimes it's 3 candles, sometimes 4, 1 candle. It all depends how this structure plays out. Because then, look at that, what happened over here. So people been saying, oh, Algo Master, give me the signal over here. Swing points give you the signal already over here. The first one, failure. Second one was over here. Third one was over here. Fourth one was over here. There we have it. Those are the failures, right? Did you regain anything? No. Bearish retest, low of the swing over here, right? You came all the way up over here and you fell from. Now that and try. You fail from. You closed below. Look at that. You broke the structure again. Where did you come back? Down. Mainly trading the swing at the top and bottom of the range. Inside. Uh, inside as well. Like it all depends, right? It all depends on the structure. So the swing points are, like I've been saying, swing points are here to key levels that you need to regain or fail from, right? Obvious. And then what's happening with your how deeply you're gonna go? It all depends on the structure. That's what I say. Like my trading is structure based. On top of that, swing points. On top of that, volume and resistance and support, right? So if this is already the area that you see you failure from, right? Then you watch for the resistance to be retested, and then you have a failure, another failure. So already you have 4 signs of a failure before Algo Master. I don't have them on, which on the sell signal somewhere over here, I guess it was, right? So people have been bragging. So yeah, but higher. No, it's not actually the high. No, it's the close. Like I've been saying, like guys, you need to remember wicks. This is scam. This is to show you where the price been. But who cares about that? The only thing what you care about the wicks is to pull, for example, Fibonacci's from to see what's the highest price that's ever been hit, right, or the lowest. This is what matters. Like I've been saying this already since the whole mentoring and whatever I'm doing since the beginning. This is what matters. This is the only shit what matters. There's nothing else. Doing this, like, it shows you already where you go without even seeing the wicks. Same over here, right? What you do. High, high, high. What you did. High, low, low. I think that's quite clear, right? The swing points are there to remind you, like, where is the resistance? What's the biggest or highest regain that you need to do to go higher, right? To do this. If not, you're going to do this. That's it. And this is the area where you pull the trigger. For a scalp, could we enter 110.2? Let me check. Then why that area? Because of this low? I mean, yeah, it could be. Like I'm saying, like, it all depends, right? This could potentially this could hold us for a while. I'm not sure if this is gonna bring us all the way to the highs, right? That's for sure not the case because that's not the significant level. Most significant is it over here, right? This is the structure that holds the whole upside right now. Going back into that, it's gonna signify if that's the support. Yes, we're gonna bounce from it. If not, we're gonna fail from it, gonna go lower, right? So I mean, if you want to scalp it, like, all means, like, you can scalp every single move, right? That doesn't mean like technically you don't need to even look at the levels, not on the price level, because this you should look at it. Can you scalp it? Like right now, potentially, yeah, you could. Why? Because this you low, high, higher high, lower high, high, you close below above it. So already this could be your move, right? Coming back into it, yeah, could be as well, right? But then you start to goes below this, so you start to break it, you might get it into this area. So if that's the scalp, then yes. But if you think about scalping this area to get an entry for a move of 10%, then that's wrong. Because this is scalping, right? This area. You focus on this. Yeah, you could. You could long this with the slight top loss. Is it worth it? Like, that's up to you as well. Like, if you like that, then yeah, cool. I'm not really a scalper anymore. I don't bother with it. That takes a little bit more, too much time lately. I'm just playing the swings. Why? Because like I said, like, that swing played quite nicely already, right? Couple days, 4%. I take that. I don't need to think about it. I'm already taking twice profit because I took one here. Way in stop loss in profit. So if I'm gonna be stopped out, I don't care. The long's gonna take over. And if not, we continue. So that's the whole thing. Like, swing points and swing trading on the high time frame takes a lot of stress away. So I don't bother with scalping. I don't need to take 100 trades a day. I take 1 or 2 a week, and that's gonna be one of the, I think, good ones most of the times. So yeah, I'm patient on that part. Ladder into the swing points for you. Yeah, so what Ego said, yeah, exactly that. Yeah, so that sell signal, it shows you, like, you should be already in a short, like, already. Not even thinking right now to take the short because that's been already too late, right? But yeah. Like I said, price action and structure comes first. After that, the indicators. There is no indicator that's gonna signify you first the move before the price action gonna show on the chart. There isn't. It doesn't exist. And if so, then no one's gonna show you because that's golden pocket money. So We are still aiming to go lower. Below us. Is there anything? Quite low volume area. First swing change in 14. Okay. Uh, Next one still. Yeah, see? Still that area. Just because I don't like to draw over here because that's weird. Right now we are in the high volume area. So now it's make it or break it. Right? So it's gonna be all this, or we're gonna do, I said it's weird to draw on it. This because there is low volume below us, below the 110. If you start to break that level of here, that structure of what we're having right now, then we're gonna get into the 107-ish. Just because of the point of control over here, volume. And like this is quite neat as well. I need to start to use them quite often, and much more often actually, those volume areas, because this is gives you already a quite significant area of trading. So from this high, if you start to fail, where do you go? Like obvious, you're gonna go to the next bigger volume pocket, right? This area you're gonna bounce in between, or you're gonna go lower. Where? Over here, right? That big pocket over here. What's gonna happen? We're gonna reach this area perfectly on the side bearish retest, right? 120, 121. The T. So yeah. So yeah, that's the idea. Main points. Easy as it gets. Overthink it and oversee it, and that's fine. Like people, everyone have his own style, right, of trading. I don't care. Like if it's working for you, like by all means, yeah, do you. It's not that I'm freaking push that everyone need to do this. Like it's up to you. If you want that to learn, then yeah, there is a way to learn it. If not, then there are plenty different strategies to get, and maybe everyone has his own who likes to trade, right? And I think that's as well the biggest value of this group as well, but of most of the trader, because everyone have his own style and it works in his own favor. So yeah, that's the most important, I guess. I think so. Where's the 2K? I like the 2K of bits. Was quite nice. That on the charts. Pussies. Okay. Mm, is it clear on the swing points, I guess, or not, guys? Or is there anything question like to ask? Because I think that it's can be quite overwhelming. But oh yeah, and look at that. I mentioned as well previous weekly goes, right? Went quite above it, dip it, so that was quite bullish. And then we start fail it. Red line. That was previous open. I've been saying stepwise. We don't regain this shit. There is no need even to think about that we're gonna reach this. Sooner or later, we might, right? We might do this. Nice straight line. That's why I didn't go to art academy or whatever. Still, let's see how we're gonna react from 110-ish area. Could be nice. Bounce from this. But then, if not, still could have this. Yeah. Yeah. You remember what happened last time that the German went to the art academy? Happy that I'm not a German, but and even this as well, like zooming in, and this technically as well a swing point, a failure, right? This is a swing failure. Broke structure over here. You didn't even regain. That was really freaking on point. Like, seriously. I was way too busy playing Battlefield over here to realize that. But I'm happy I'm from here already in a position. But Anti Polish, that's as German as you can get, right? Yeah, exactly. That's as German as you can get. Polish one. Oh, sorry. What do I expect from it? I do not care at all. I have even no clue what they're gonna talk about or whatever they're gonna show. Like I don't care. Seriously, I couldn't care less about bullshit like that. I have better things to do. Like I've been saying, like I think the charts already show us what they're gonna talk about it. If it's not now or it's been over here or it's been over here, it doesn't matter. It's been already. Everything what they said already, it's been done. And the damage what you're gonna see right now on the charts or sooner or later today, that's just the aftermath that people are jumping the gun. That's the only thing what you're seeing on the fucking charts because that's not the market that reacts through it. That's people to react to that news because people trading news. That's what it is. I do not care about it at all. I'm serious about it. Like I couldn't care less. It's just that Viking mentioned it and I'm seeing it over here, right, on my chart. That I know that it's happening. But if I will not having this, I will not even fucking care about that. I will not even know. I'm sorry, but I don't care. And that's my own opinion. Everyone have his own. I'm sorry for saying that maybe. Or sorry, not sorry. People shouldn't care about it as well and shouldn't be looking at it at all because it gives you a wrong opinion about the market first thing first, and it's it's a noise. It's so fucking a lot of noise that it's doesn't make sense if you're gonna play it on the charts because what they're gonna say you can't play it on the day on the 4 hour. That's only gonna be possible if you play it on the weekly. But boy, oh boy, I personal don't know no one who trades news and is profitable from it. No one. I don't know them. I'm sorry, but people react to it, and that's what you see on the market or on the charts. That's yes, but most of the times when the things have been talked on those fucking meetings, or no matter in which kind of news that you see or hear, it's been already implemented, and they just inform you about that. That shit already happens and you are just too late to get on it or whatever or sell it or buy it. Why? Because they inform you. They don't let you know that's gonna happen. No, they inform you that it's already been done. So believe me, and okay, you don't need to believe me, whatever. It's rarely that I even switch on my TV for any kind of like purpose. Not even news because I don't care. Like I don't even care what's happening in fucking Holland in economics. I care only in Poland one, but that's just because I'm gonna move to that country. Heck, I don't care. I seriously don't care because that's all fucking clown and what they doing, how they destroy the whole countries, like it's fucked up. And I'm not talking about the US right now. I'm really talking about EU. Right, that's the biggest shithole as well. I'm sorry. I'm making fun about America. Yes, I do, but believe me, we are even in the worst shit in Europe. And no matter what you do about it, they still don't care because your voice don't matter at all. Believe me, there is no such a thing like yeah, vote because that matters. They don't matter what they're gonna do what they want. So I can confirm yeah, shit. Oh yeah, it is. Believe me, I've been living here for fucking ages. So yeah, I definitely know that. As a MAGA. Dang, things change. No, I'm not. Believe me, I'm not even fucking that mega whatever supporter or whatever on that shit. No. What's happening over there? Please stay fucking on that side. Fight your own fucking war. Keep it in fucking US and don't bother us with it because we have our shit over here as well. Like that bullshit what's happening over there, it's fucking clown show as well. Like that's circus. Like yeah, we have our shit over here as well we need to deal with. We cannot even figure out shit. So, hey. But that's the whole thing. Like, yeah, I do not care about any kind of news. Like, if someone's gonna tell me like this gonna happen because he's gonna say something, by all means, pray that. But I gonna fucking go and gonna go against you. 9 of the 10 times, going against any kind of news is the best thing what you can do. It's gonna make you profitable, even. I guess. But yeah, I do not care. Believe me, I don't. Why? Because the charts still uh, say what they need to say to you, right? We are still failing. Where do we go? We're going higher. Then, if this is going to be the volatile move, like, yeah, we could do something like this, of course, or this. Like, either way, that's going to happen. And I don't need news for that. You can get actually. It is. Oh my god. Oh, eagle. Oh my god. End of free and the home of brave. Yeah, it is. You are still out of it. Yeah, I mean, DT, bro, be happy, and that's the thing as well. Like, unfortunately, like Poland is part of EU, but we still, to the day of today, we don't have euro, so we are not considering ourselves as European country. Well, we need to be on under the rules of the fucking EU. Unfortunate. But the economics of Poland is start to get fucking skyrocketing, and I fucking love it. I love how we're going against all that fucking bullshit. So yeah, but wrapping it up with the news side, I do not care, and I think that's been already clear. I don't care about that, and that's keeping me quite happy. Why? Because not only you trade the charts, you don't trade the news, right? Like I'm saying, news is there to inform you what's been already done and happening, and it already happened without you knowing it. So yeah, I think that's the best. If you are like a beginner trader, I think that's the best. And I'm always saying that to my students, like the best thing what you can do for your own trading and your own portfolio, stop looking at any kind of news site. This right now, what you are seeing on your screen, if you look at my stream, this is 99 the most important thing that you should look at it. That's what gives you all of the information that you need to. That's the only thing that you should care and trade from. And not even looking at X fucking news site, BBC or whatever, whatever news provider. That's fucking not only even on CoinGlass. I would not even fucking do that if you are a beginning trader, because it's not about to make you biased. It's to read the chart and define resistance, support, failures, regains, and all that shit. Because, like I've been saying, price action matters, and it's the first ever that it's coming into the trading. There's nothing else above price action. Best advice is trade at all. Not to trade at all. Yeah, it is. I mean, it is like if you're not trading, you're not losing, right? So, or I mean, if you're not trading badly, so you are not losing. X is the worst. Yeah, it is. It is. It's freedom of speech. So yeah, there you have it. The trading solution. Yeah, exactly. There it is, guys. Click the link and make an account on that link specific. That's the bot system that you should do and follow. If you don't like to trade, if you are scared in this situation right now, today, for example, if the volatile moves, this is your freaking way of trading. Step away from the PC and let the bots take care of it. There's nothing else that's going to be much more accurate than the bots. Even manual trading, you are not be able to do it as the bots performing. Yeah, trading is banned. You need to, yeah. Yeah, technically you're not trading. The bots are trading for you. So you are not the one who's pulling the triggers. We are not the trader, right? You are organizer of the bots, or like your workers, like Vikings like to say. Yeah, see you, Maya. See ya. Have a good one. Need to watch some of the videos. Yeah, yeah. Watch. Igor, you can ping your videos. Which are the importance to watch for Soraya if you like to. My best day so far. Eh? There it is. There it is. So yeah, that's the way. If you want to be much more profitable and uh, take a step from manual trading, then bots. I mean, definitely bots are the future. That's one thing that you need to remember, because sooner or later we're not going to be even able, or most of even the traders not going to be able to trade manually because they don't know how to do it, and they all going to switch to bots. Bro, like I think you saw that, right? I was posting it on your. I'm sorry for that. I was spamming in your channel, but I had some freaking nostalgia moment, man, when I saw those charts popping up on my screen when I was going through my screenshots. Oh, bro, like this shit, like oh man, old school way of botting. Like back in 2022, guys, we did this. This was our bot trading. That's been already like what 3 years ago, and a bit 4 almost. Fucking hell. This where all of it began. Like this is the ancestor of all the bottom of we freaking did. Yeah, I saw that. Oh yes, 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 yes. I'm so fucking happy about it. You can't even imagine. Yes. Oh, the best quote trend. Like, oh my god, I fucking love that indicator. And I miss it so much. Yeah. Good old days, bro. Good old days. Jesus. Sometimes still I'm thinking about those days when we used to do that. Oh, oh, bro. Yes, 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 yes. Yeah, yeah. That's gonna be awesome, man. Seriously. But think about it, Igor. Look where we came from and what we are having right now. Like this shit is working like on steroids right now. It's like bizarre, like grown up shit of the bots. Look what we used to deal with, like the mode signal sensitivities, the filters, conservative, and oh, what was another name of it? Signals, like oh, but this shit what we're having right now and what we can build out from, like, that's the future. There's nothing else that's gonna change that. And yes, if people gonna say AI gonna take over your jobs, yes, because they gonna take over the manual trading, and this is how it's gonna be done. Mark my words. Yeah, that's why, guys, you should dive in much more into the Eagles streams videos. Definitely set up, and you set up like one bot and see how it behaves. Get used to it. Take time with it and finalize that and build it out. Like that's the way how we all started with. Oh, yeah. Imagine, just imagine. That would be such a wonderful day, yeah? Ooh, maybe soon, maybe later. Who knows? Oh, juicy, juicy stuff. But yeah, that's the way, and that's gonna be much bigger focus on that as well. Maybe, yeah, exactly. Oh, we are bad, Eagle. We are such a bad. Yeah, that's the future, guys. Remember that. Like, like for sure, like manual trading, like yeah, we should all know how to deal with it and how to recognize it, right? But eventually, that's gonna be an old school way. That's maybe 2% gonna do overall later on. But so far, letting the cat, yeah, just a sneak peek, just a little bit, Soraya. Don't worry. That's the future. But so far, till that day, we should all know how manual trading, or at least how it's done and what's the most important points of interest, points of view, ways of support, resistance, all that stuff need to be recognized, and especially structure. That's I can't stretch it enough how important that's. Mhm. So yeah, so far, fallen from 150 on 4 hour will the thing be new now? Technically yes. Yeah. So that's a good point, Prabhu. The thing is right now, this right technically played out already, right? Just because we had the high of the wick of it, yeah, we didn't close it above it yet, but that will change definitely with the next move. And we're gonna get into that. Why? Because already this whole structure over here been tested, right? With this whole wicks over here, it's been already tested. So yeah, there is nothing else that's gonna hold us. Still, I'm saying this in this box over here, that's the first small resistance. It's gonna uh, get us when we're gonna get into the pocket for a small pullback, and then after that there is not much to hold us yet. So then probably we're gonna aim for that underside retest over here that I've been mentioning, right? That's gonna be the next level because there is nothing in between. So yes, technically this been already played out. I'm gonna add a new high and a low swing over here when we're gonna meet each other somewhere over here, right? Then I'm gonna change that position to the new swing point, and then for sure that's gonna be regained. That said, you need to know, like I've been saying as well, first thing first, know how the market behaves. What's important? What's the structure? What are we failing? What are we regaining? Where is the resistance? Why? Because now we are switching from this to this area, right? Now this area is going to be important, right? This one was quite significant in resistance. This one is a little bit less. Why? Because like I've been saying, even we're going to have the swing points over here. Yes, those are accurate, but the whole structure over here been heavily tested. And this already small resistance is holding us down. So regaining this could be easier than this bigger resistance, right? I hope that's a little bit clear. Get that. But yeah, that will switch to the next one. Yes, that's for sure. Same thing, right? I'm not really having faith in this structure over here. Sorry, swing area over here. Why? Because this one been quite heavily tested. Those 2 wicks, all of those wicks. The only thing what could matter is the low of it, but still, that's been as well quite heavily tested on the lower time frame. And then the only one what I care about is this 108. Why? Because this didn't been tested. We got into that area, we settled the support, and then we went all the way over here. That's why I said from this area, right? We move to this area right now. So you get higher up on your support. That means low, high, right? If you start to fail this, then that's going to be heavy. Let's see if we're going to hold on that one, to do this, or we could do this. But yeah, so far, yes, that's a good question, Prabhu. Hello, Orca. Okay. You? Quite a lot of new faces. Loco, I need to get used to your picture, man. But yeah, that's a good one. Yeah. So this is now in the new support. No one get the memo about you health time. Yeah. No one got the memo about that. Yeah. I can't tell time. I'm from Europe. That's why I said I'm gonna move the whole fucking event for the next week to the old time. So don't worry. Yeah, I will. Yeah. I can chart or I can trade, but I cannot tell time. I hate that shit, man, that we're moving with the clocks or the times. That should be already. That's such a 19. I don't know, 1999 or some time. Like, shit, doing something like that, like back in the days, should be a little bit modernized, and the time should be like all equal. I guess on maybe I'm too stupid for it to understand it. Volatile on 4 hour. Oh, Orca, you going to the volatile suite right now as well, like everyone? That's fine. What does it say? I guess that's a continuation, right? The move. So are we continuing going lower? Yeah, I mean, for me, that's the thing. Like, I've been saying as well, like this gets quite heavily into the resistance, right? Still higher closes, but failing in straight line, failing anything above 46, right? It could bring you a bit over here, this structure over here, and then the bigger structure over here, and we might hold on this, going back into this area, or yes, got some shit there. Oh, that sucks. Where it's like the rest of it. Yeah, exactly that. Yeah, exactly. That's the whole fucking pain in the ass because US is always the special kind child in the room. They need to wait for a fucking another week for it. Oh, sorry that I pissed someone off. Yeah, we always treat the US as a special kind child with a lot of support, special care. It's an indication of a move in the current trend. Yeah, in the current trend. So what's the current trend right now? If you start to fail this, close anything below, then you're going lower. So far overall, yes, you're closing above. So technically you should go lower, or sorry, higher if you're gonna do this again, right? But this price action is quite shitty. It's been a while I saw such a shitty price on the hype. Seriously. Like they really taking care of the price, like holding it up. And this cost like billions, I guess, or like millions for them to do this shit. But yeah. So far, I don't want to close it below 46. Put this on the stream, worth watch. Yeah, I mean, I listen to this as well. Like I'm watching them, and I don't know. I can like yeah, it finds the bottoms, it finds the ups or whatever. But the way how this indicator shows things, it's maybe a little bit more above my simple brain. I don't know, like yeah, I'm having it over here, and sometimes I'm looking at it, but like, what does it say over here? Like we've been over here, right? So failure, that's the continuation then, right? Yeah. But then you continue and then you have another spike up. So continuation to go higher now. But where do you decide that? Like you can't trade from that. I guess. I don't know. Maybe I'm too stupid to for it and I'm too stubborn. But this is just more or less like, is there continuation in the direction that you go, right? It doesn't give you a biased opinion about it. It's just the way how the things continue. Like, yeah, I can see that. But then that means we're going to continue lower. Yeah, confluence. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's tricky. Like, in my opinion, this could be built a little bit different in the different way of visualizing the strategy behind it, right? I get the point, but every single time I kind of like need to remind myself, oh wait, how does it work, right? How do I need to look at it? It's not really like obvious what it wants to tell you. Yeah, exactly that. Yeah, yeah, we talk about that. It's exactly the same like ATR indicator. Yeah, that's true. But then like not really common used in my own purpose of trading. So I need to like look a little bit more into it. And it's maybe not my cup of tea. I'm sorry, but I don't need to look at everything, I guess, that everyone is doing as well. I don't like that kind of style as well. Like, so then everyone needs to do this because someone else says you need to. Like, I'm sorry, but I have my own ways of telling things as well and looking at this. But overall, yes, it's handy, really handy. If you get the hang of it and you use it, backtest it, then yes, by all means, right? Do that. That's definitely do. That's why they are here, the indicators for, right? That's for sure. Yeah, I like it as well, but it's not really my cup of tea. To be honest with you, I'm much more often looking at the on chain. That's a bit different. But yeah, I get the point. Like I'm having here as well, but I'm not really like even bothering looking at it. But somehow, yeah, technically it shows you the way how it behaves. So right now, over here, right, we had this move, so it's a continuation. downside, and we start to go a little bit lower. So that means that start to cool off, and we're gonna see potentially move back on it, right? Yeah, exactly. But it's a good one. It's a really good one. If the thing is like, and that's with most indicators as well. Like they are here, guys, to for you to play around with them and use them in your own advantage, right? It all depends on your trading style, your strategy, and what are you looking for to see or get the confluence from it. So that's the whole idea behind it. It's not that you need to use all of them at once. No, that's a little bit too extreme. But go ahead and click through them, right? And see which one is suiting you and which one you like to read and which one makes sense to you. That's the most idea behind it. Like, for example, I freaking love this. This makes my life 100 times easier with trading. Why? Because I don't need to look through all of the freaking charts and every single thing, what's going on and going by that. I have it over here. And like I've been mentioning, like already I can see that volatile is coming in. I've been mentioning that already 2 days ago, right? This was the first spike up on the VIX, and we are continue going higher. That means if I look now on the VIX chart, oh, look at that, spike up, right? Oh, look at that, oscillator, right? That's already the way how I like to do my things. Oh no, Orca, you don't hijack anything. That's a good one. That's a really good one. Yeah. Netflix employee again. I'm sure. Yeah. Hey, guys, don't go behind me right now because I've been freaking inside trading from this shit already for you. So if you didn't listen to me already somewhere over here, I remember it was, then you missed out on some juicy profits. So tell me, which company should I apply for a job next to short the shit out of it? By the way, how's Amazon doing? Because we've been looking for that one. Nice. Getting into the resistance. So let's see if we're going to regain that already. And that's on the daily. You see we're getting overheated. So let's see how high we're going to get. I'm kind of expecting it to get into this area. Oh, shit. Into this pocket. And see if we're going to regain this or not. If that's going to be regained and going for the highs, then there is no need for shorting it. But already potentially you start to get overheated on the oscillator. And as well, that's the next thing as well. Look at that. Cash flow. Still in, but when you're gonna receive the first reversal on the cash flow, look what happens. And I bet you that that's gonna happening as well over here. Wait, did the earnings came in? Oh, man, look at that. Wanna bet what's gonna happen next after this move? And the earnings gonna be here tomorrow. Shall I apply for the job? Fucking hell. Okay. I'm gonna rechart this whole chart after the stream. I'm gonna see what's gonna come up with it. Because I have a feeling you might see some pullback on that one. Please tell me, yeah. Look at that. Already low time frame start to get exhausted. Bro, if that's not gonna be a failure, or at least a pullback to 216 with, let's say, minus 7%. Yeah. Oh, yeah. By the way, that's true as well. It did that whole issue with Amazon and Twitch as well got like shitloads layoffs. I heard about that. Yeah, some people been talking about on Twitch. Oh, fuck yeah, bro! Look at that. Oh, that's gonna play quite perfectly. That's gonna be the short. Then yeah, get it. Yep. especially with the earnings coming in. Mern, prepare yourself. Stocks, but mate, yeah, you can apply else. Yeah, I'm gonna send my. I'm gonna do some inside trading again. That's gonna be a nice joke running around. I'm gonna apply for the jobs and then short the shit out of the stocks. Holy fuck. Hmm. Over the past 2 quarters, let's leave Amazon. Nah, come on. Okay, that's that retest. This is the swing high. Daily. That was the failure as well. That's on the side retest. That's fine. That was the low of the daily. Yeah, I'm aiming for it. Yeah. We might see small push a little bit higher into resistance and then failure. We could break out from it as well and then have the failure. That could be as well because Amazon does that quite often. Well, something you want to see the perfection in yeah. This if someone's gonna say that the fucking swing failure is not accurate, I wish I could shoot them in the face. Look at that. Fucking hell, like to the freaking T. Bang on. It didn't even bother to go and reach to the high of it. Oh, fuck me. Yep. Okay. High. Up. Just to remind myself. But yeah, that's gonna be something special. Another stock. I don't bother about Apple yet. That's not going nowhere. Google. I wish fucking Google could do the same. Bet I can even go to the. That's bullshit as well. Go into that. Earnings came in, or it will. It will today. What's Tesla doing? Oh, look at that. Is it possible to short the UK? Oh fuck, bro! I will put my whole house on that, not that short. Believe me. Want to show stocks beyond me? This trying to look like a meat company. That's interesting. Fuck. Oof. Wait, is this some delay or something? What the fuck is this? Stock delay then. Ah, fuck that shit. Okay, anyhow. Oh, bro. Oh, so another thing. Perfection, right? Okay, this is your failure of the highs, right? To close, bang on. Fucking bother to come back into it. Oh, look at that. Oh, look at that. How come? Why did we fail here? Well, why is he? Yeah, that beyond me. Oh yeah, beyond meat. That's the one I wanna. Oh, love it. So guys, is this a good buy? Think that this is a good buy? I buy this? Jesus. That. Duh. Stupid for me. Fucking put. Oh, juicy stuff. Wait, did they had? What the fuck? Holy shit! What did they expect to do over here? 2024, bro. Wow. Like, I think, like, okay, if this kind of company, like, you should say, like, after like even 2 or 3 negative earnings, you could say, like, you know what, I'm gonna YOLO it and just do a fucking negative one. Bit more, but hey, carry on. And then they had one small positive. Jesus. So shall we bet what's gonna be over here? It's gonna be positive or negative. Because somehow they have a streak of 4 negative and then they have a positive. Fucking hell. 95, sure. Interesting comment. Okay, what do they do? Like, what's that? Like, really doesn't matter which one? Oh, no, sorry, that's a different one. You have the scientific. Okay. Well, my opinion. Fuck me. Uh, Only one negative? Nice. I guess this is already what it's gonna do, right? But fuck man. That's a nice one. And already by only looking at this, you know what is quite similar to this. But with a little bit more better structure, right? Let's say like that. Anyhow, yes, you had a failure. That's a freaking monthly, right? Don't get me wrong. It's a failure, 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 failure. So right now, if you start to regain, that's for example, let's put it like that, to regain 597. So a bit to what's the freaking Jesus? That's heavy, man. Yeah, that's standard, but not really. Anyhow, so you had a nice push of it. So first thing first, you need to regain right now your whole swing failure from this position. But you get into it, then you have the higher time frame. Of course, it's this potentially, and I think it's weirdly with this kind of like positive earnings. Okay, but anyhow, uh, swing failure, you're high. I'd rather come back. I don't think it's gonna do it like that, but you regain your stuff coming back, and then you start to grind this out. That because if those ones coming in positive as well, you're gonna see this kind of move as well, right? Push up, sideways, push up, sideways, push up. So technically, what you aim right now, push up, sideways, structure, push up, higher, sideways, right? Going just by the structure, but overall, you're still in the down move. But boy, oh boy, that was a quite nice swing. And perfect retest. So you low, right? You had your low over here. Regain, come back, test, up. And you didn't even come back for it ever again. Perfect. This is seriously, this shit is Really, really perfect. This is your low, swing low, weekly, okay, right? Look what happened, right? You regain that stuff significant. You had a higher regain of the whole swing failure. You start to change your whole structure on it. You came in, test it, and you send it. Great. This is freaking chef kiss. You've come back. So for sure, it's gonna grind out like that. For sure. Did the next earnings, and then you're gonna have push every single time before or at the earnings. You have that, and I don't even will bother because once you had a negative one, so that's nice, man. That's seriously nice. I will hold this shit because uh this will go even higher up. Why? Because so overall, let's say, let me erase this. What is overall, what you did is you technically still didn't even come close to this area. So you didn't break the whole freaking swing swing from the monthly, right? So this is the high, this is the low. So you didn't even come close to that one. Yeah, technically you did break this structure over here, but you already start to regain that. Heavily significant with this structure over here that you regain this failure. You had another one deeper in. So now you seriously need to aim for a higher price, regain that stuff, because then and only then you start to change your structure into not going like that. And if you're gonna do that, then boy, oh boy, that's gonna be some explosion move. Let me know what's gonna do, what it's gonna do, right, in like a couple weeks or like whatever. Because already on the monthly chart, right, you are in negative or cash flow outflow of it. So technically, yeah, everyone's taking profit, whatever. So now you need to look for this coming back and the cash flow start to reverse. If that's happened, boy, oh boy, you're gonna be golden. Yeah. So yeah, I'm still holding. I will hold that. Still, you're not gonna be here, right? I'm not sure from where you are on it, but yeah, that's the area that I will worry about if you get close. Because if you start to break the low of that swing, that's the monthly one, the highest one that you have, then you're getting back in this freaking ugly structure. But there's no need to even worry about it because there still is doing some parabolic moves. That's a really, really 40% move from the swing. Now you need to regain. Now this is the area that you need to regain. Watch it closely and regain. Because if not, then you start to get into this position, right? And you start to fail that, and then it's right. Another one, right? And you start to doing this. Could be as well, but you need to watch it, right? You need to have significant regain of any of those highs on a high time frame. 5 years, nice. Nice. Yeah. Thanks, man. I'm really interesting into how that's gonna play out. Because, like, yeah, after this whole parabolic move, like, I will not be even surprised, like, if that's gonna do something like this, right? Like for quite a long time, and then one more explode move. It could, but you need to watch it, right? Because you need to hold that. This is area that you need to hold completely the whole thing. You can go get lower than that, because that's gonna be quite drastic for the price. Crow, hey boy, been a while. Crow, 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 crow. Where are you? I mean, obviously we doing exact the same thing over and over and over again since freaking beginning of the lifetime of that bullshit. But yeah, so far it's still uptrending, right? Even from the low. So yeah, happy days about that. But that's gonna do now exact the same thing what's been doing over here. Even like this is crazy. Like this whole move what we had over here. right? Look at that. That wick was exact the same thing what we had over here. And then what you do, like grind the shit out of it, right? One explosive move, and then come back, all that, grind, and do the another one, right? Like, yeah, obviously it's gonna do the same. Why? This has been doing it from freaking ages already. Like, this is not gonna change. I hope you guys realize that, right? This is the way how this chart will technically forever of the existence will behave. Why? Because people stacking this, or maybe I don't know. Maybe it's gonna change from the next year because they have different rules right now applying them, and they're gonna be a little bit more ass kissing the government. So let's say that for now this is gonna be the same move over and over. So right now what you are aiming for is period of consolidation because everyone's gonna stack or whatever because it's quite low, and then you're gonna have one this kind of move stack, and then gonna get into that, going back and do it again. This is the only way what you get. Like I've been saying, for this the best thing to buy is every single low. I've been saying that for fucking ages on that one. Why? Because it didn't break anything to the downside. Yeah, I mean this, but we regained that quite heavily. So anyhow, every single thing when you come back close to 0.07-ish, 0.56 area over here, that's the buy. And hold it for like, what? 190 days? Jesus. This is XRP, but a little bit more better, let's say. Yeah, this is it. Like, there's not much to talk about. Like, it's holding its support right now, even on that wick. Same thing what we did over here. And right now, you need to grind it out and wait. Buy it and right now and sell it over here. This is your next area to sell. This. And then do it again. And again. And again. So yeah, it's gonna be fun. Jesus, 2-hour recording. Okay. Fuck, I forgot about the time right now. So yeah, I hope that's all clear. Let me have a look on our lovely meme coin. What's it doing? How does it perform? Oh, okay. Small buyback. Right now, on the side retest. Like we've been always doing it since the dump. Right? We could do something like this or regain that and go higher up. All fine. I like it. And let's see how deep we're gonna go, or we're gonna regain anything maybe. Could be fun. So far, keep it stay away if you don't like to trade it. We're still holding on this support till we're gonna break it. Next break of the support is gonna be on the next 4-hour close, depending on how that's gonna play out, or the daily, right? If you're gonna move lower up. But so far it's down still till we're gonna regain for sure 130.16 first, and then getting into the smaller resistance build up and see if you're gonna get that. Right? So far, technically sideways, but in the bigger range, right? Keep that in mind. And yeah, I mean, if you like to watch the meeting, whatever it's gonna be, I don't remember even what time it's gonna be. By all means, watch it and then wait in the dust settle because people gonna react for that. Be aware of that. So if you are like in the trade somewhere over here, make sure you put your stop loss in break even or bit in profit, not to lose it. It's no needed to like it's not like point to, oh, I'm gonna stop my whole trade because it's gonna be volatile. Fuck, if you're already in trade, like fine, it could go your way still. Put it a little bit more like risk free, right? So stop loss and break even, a little bit more in the profit, whatever, to make up a little bit on the fees. That's it. Keep it simple. Don't overthink things, and stay away from you. That's that's the worst what you can do. Like keep your mind busy with news side. So there's no need for that. So yeah, I hope that's been all clear and was a bit useful. Quite a lot of information about different things, and yeah, happy day so far. Yeah, Sunday, Sunday, new month, November. Happy Halloween or whatever you're gonna be having next couple days, and I will see you Sunday then. new monthly opens. It's gonna be interesting. Watch out for that one as well. It's gonna be quite interesting. I'm really interested how that's gonna be open up, because right now in the beginning of the stream there was a cross over here because we moved a little bit higher up, but when we're gonna get a little bit lower on the price and down, and then we're gonna see the cross on the reversal. So be aware of that the money is gonna go out of the high time frame positions. But yeah, I think that's all from me. And if you have any questions, if you need anything, by all means, you always can DM us or talk in the chat or ask us anything. All here, even if we don't type, talk, or post anything, we're still here to watch over things. So, all right, happy days, happy trading. Stay calm. Don't get confused or don't get caught off in the news. All noise, and yeah, happy freaking days, and I will see you someday. Bye bye.